So, I've just seen snippets of Stephen A. Smith going the fuck off on Jason Whitlock, calling him every name under the sun, calling him all type of fat bastards, calling him calling him the B word, everything, right? And I'm telling you, it would have been even better if the ether beat was playing in the background. And y'all, Jason Whitlock deserves all of this. All of this. Jason Whitlock is the worst type of black man you could ever see. One of the worst. Right? He's the black man who works in corporate America, comes out of it, trashes corporate America after he was pushing certain agendas, right, against black American people, trashing black folks on a daily basis. He leaves that, well, he gets pushed out of that job, and then he goes full on, like, conservative talking points that white supremacists, that they spew. He starts to regurgitate those talking points. I'm talking about any chance he could get to throw black folks under the bus, he does it. A situation could be clearly about race, where a black person is being racially discriminated against. Jason Whitlock will reach to the moon, stars, heavens above in order to try to find an angle that's not race at all. He does not, he refuses to address racism in anything. He acts like racism is a figment of black people's imagination. He will, try to undermine any type of black movement at any turn in order to nestle up to white folks so they can rub his head and pat him on the head and say, attaboy. That's the shit that he does. And he's been doing it for so long, he's built a strong following from a lot of racist conservative people, for sure. A lot of these racist, conservative, white supremacist individuals, they love him and adore him because he spits the shit they love to hear. Things like, hey, George Floyd died from overdose. He didn't really get choked. His knee wasn't really on his neck like that. And, says things like, oh, police brutality, it's a myth. It's a myth. Black people are complainers. They're whiners. They don't want to work. Oh, black people don't have anything going on. Hey, what about these? Hey, man. Hey, like, I'm telling you, he's the worst type of black man. Seriously. He'll act like he advocates, I want to help the black American people, but he really doesn't. He don't care about black folks for real. He wants to use black folks as a punching bag in order to get where he wants to go. And he knows there is a market it's a market to spew anti-black racism. And he's found that niche, and that core following snuggles up to him, and they love and honor and praise him. But he know real black folks ain't fucking with him. So he got to run over there to the racist white supremacists. He got to run over there to them. Because he can't be around in black neighborhoods and communities like that. He ain't going to get no love. Motherfucker be like, bro, no, man, you come around, they not rocking with Jason. His black colleagues at ESPN, they wasn't rocking with him. People at Fox FS1 was not rocking with him. They wasn't. Because they know what he's about. And, it's very disheartening when people try to act like they don't know what's so wrong about Jason because he has a different opinion. Listen, some shit you got to be black to understand. Okay? I'm not a man who's biracial. I'm not racially ambiguous. This is my shit every day. My skin. Right? And when you walk in this black skin and you understand certain things that black American people have to deal with, certain barriers that we have in place against us in this country, even though, we're blessed to be American citizens. We have a lot more privileges than a lot of people in third world countries or in everything, right? Yes, we recognize that. But there's some shit going on in this country that ain't right amongst our community. And, and Jason Whitlock he's one of the Larry Elder black folks. Only problem that's going on with black folks is fatherlessness. That's it. Fatherlessness and kids out of wedlock is the only problem. It's the only problem. Only problem. He don't want to talk about any type of police brutality, racial discrimination, nothing. He wants to act like nothing is racist. He wants to act like everything is black American people's fault. That's what he does. And so when you got a boot-licking, butter biscuit eating Sambo like that, ain't no respect for you in a community like that, dog. It's not. It's not. Kissing Brett Favre's ass for stealing the money from them poor folks in Mississippi. Stealing the welfare money, kissing his ass, snuggling up to him, trying to defend him against Shannon Sharp, trying to trash Shannon Sharp in order to take up for Brett fucking Favre, who was stealing money with his rich ass, all that money he done made in contracts and the Wrangler jeans, still trying to steal government aid money? Are you for real? He's taking up for him at every turn to protect and coddle Brett Favre. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the type of dude you have. Will protect a man who was taking money from poor folks in a state that includes a lot of poor black folks. That money could have went to a lot of families that's struggling. And here come Brett Favre trying to act like a fake philanthropist and steal some funds to get a new volleyball facility made in his name when you took that money from elsewhere. Allegedly. We got to use that. But yeah, this is the type of man Jason Whitlock is. And I'm surprised somebody ain't cussed him out in this fashion a long time ago. But see, Stephen A. Smith, he's the top dog at ESPN. He the highest paid there. He like, shit, I ain't got nothing to lose, man. Yeah, he know ESPN needs him. He works the hardest there. Every event he's at, he's covering football, basketball, boxing. He does ESPN First Take. He comes on other people's shows. All of that, man. He come on Get Up, all them different shows he does in order to keep the ball rolling at ESPN. And they know that. And so he's like, yo, I'm good. I'm going to say my piece. I'm going to speak my piece about a person who's been talking shit about him for years. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, Stephen A. Jason Whitlock, again, is the worst of the worst kind. All the time, he'll try to point out how something is not racist. He'll try to find a non-racist angle to try to excuse non-black folks for being racist to black people. He'll try to figure out a way to excuse white supremacists on a daily basis. That's what he does. That is his job. And now he feel like, hey, I found a niche now, and he's going to keep it going. But see, motherfuckers start talking back and going and punching back at him now. Yeah, man, it makes for something very interesting. But he probably like it because it will bring clicks to his videos. But he needed to be cussed out. He needed to be giving a verbal beatdown. He did, because this shit is egregious, and he's been doing it for so long and living off scot-free he's free to do so. But yeah, man, Jason Whitlock will throw black folks under the bus any chance he gets. All the time he'll do it. He'll say, oh, this is not, oh no, this wasn't a police brutality. Just simple misunderstanding, guys. It's a misunderstanding, man. Black people need to have more fathers. If they had more fathers, wouldn't get shot by the police. Oh my God. If Trayvon Martin's father was in his life, in his home at the time, he's the type of motherfucker that would defend George Zimmerman. That's the type of person Jason Whitlock is. Hey, man, if he was speaking the King's English, the man wouldn't have shot him. That's the type of person he is. Hey, man, if we had more kids, if he was married, if he was born into a married family, you know, the police would have been more respectable of him. The police would have been more understanding of his plight if you kept your home together. If he was born into wedlock. If he was born into wedlock. If he was born into a family that was married, everything would have been better. The police would be more respectable. Would be more respectful to him. He would be more respectable as a man if he was raised in a household with a dad. If he was born into a family that was married. Hey man, Eric Garner, he might not have been. That wouldn't have happened to him. Hey, if he was born into a house that was married. All that type of shit. And I hate a motherfucker that want to keep talking about political parties when we talking about black folks dying out here at the hands of law enforcement or whatever. He's one of those type of people. You know, refusing to acknowledge what happened in the situation. He'll talk around it in order to get to his point of just, oh, black folks be lying. Oh, black folks lie about racism. Like the other day, he was getting his ass cooked for being a freak-a-leak. Looking when he had that balls deep inside of you is how I like to spend my holiday. Some shit he said. I like to spend my day. It was like a birthday card. It said male birthday card for a man, and balls deep inside of me is how it was some weird ass advertisement, right? And him not knowing this is a targeted ad based upon Google searches that you're doing, and it was showing you was into some freaky stuff because it seemed to be, you know, it wasn't heterosexual type of content that advertisement was there for, right? So either your girl got your computer, your imaginary girl that we've never seen you with a woman in our entire life. If either it was your imaginary girlfriend or you got some explaining to do, especially how much you go against homosexuality, how much you hate homosexuality, how much you just despise all this LGBTQ agenda, and you got searches, you got like targeted ads that pop up with some homosexual type in your window, or in your window. It's quite questionable, sir. But yeah, man, when he was getting cooked about that, he comes out talking about, hey, this is a myth, just like police brutality to black people. Wow. You want to trash black folks and try to undermine or try to poo-poo black folks getting killed by unarmed black people getting killed by law enforcement in order to stop the brigade of you getting your ass cooked, sauteed, deep, deep boiled. You feel me? Stop your ass from getting grilled and air fried. You want to stop that assault from happening because people was on your head top about that targeted ad. The best thing you could do is try to say that black people be lying, and you try to throw up your bat symbol to the white racist conservatives, to the white supremacists. Hey, black folks lie about police brutality. That was your bat signal to get other anti-black racists to come help you and protect you in the assault that you was experiencing for your own stupidity, for your own weird ass actions, And so I don't have no respect for people that do shit like that. Throw black folks under the bus in order to get that attaboy rub on the head and pat on the back. That's what type of man Jason Whitlock is. It's not respectable. And so when you have a man like that, they deserve to be cooked. They deserve to be talked about. They deserve to be trashed. Just like he's getting trashed now by Stephen A. Smith. And yeah, he does, hey, Jason Whitlock does a lot of punk ass shit. And I'm glad it's being addressed and brought up in the context in the way that it is. Because he needs to hear that. He needs to know you ain't got no respect out here outside of white supremacists. No, people don't respect you for real like that. But hey, it is what it is, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.